It's a big night of high school sports in our community. The News 8 Highlight Zone starts now.
Good evening, I'm Greg WAVRUNEK.
And I'm Brian McClune. It's shaping up to be another dogfight this season in the MVC standings.
West Salem stands at the top at 3-0, followed by 4 teams with 2-1 conference records. We begin week 6 with one of our oldest rivalries in our area. Battle for the Arch of Victory taking place this season on the north side. Central at Logan, Rangers having won the past 5 battles. Second quarter, Central's Stephen Cross takes the handoff 5 yards for the touchdown. Red Raiders down by 6. Rangers strike right back. Ambrose Metz-Beard punches it in from a yard out. Rangers have a 10-point lead at the break. Third quarter, here comes Central. Matt Johnson throws it up to Andrew Teff for the score, and the Raiders are down by 2. Fourth quarter now, Central takes the lead. Moses Nisis throws it deep to Greg Kohler, and the Raiders take a 6-point lead. 1:03 left, 4th down for Central. Calvin Maven gets the pick, but he fumbles it. Central recovers and runs out the clock. The Arc, it's moving to reside on the south side for the first time since 2011. Central wins it 24-18.
Two 2-1 teams in the MVC meeting up as Sparta hosts ONALASKA. Hilltoppers up big to start the second half, and they would add on to some more. Nathan Labinski right up the middle for the easy score. ONALASKA up 35-0. Later in the quarter, it's the special teams, their time. Hank Olson doing it himself. The block, the scoop, and the score to put the Hilltoppers up 42-0. Late in this game, Sparta just ain't unable to get anything going on this ONA defense. Christian Oliver getting the quarterback for the sack. ONALASKA goes on to win 42-0. First place in the MVC West Salem taking on Aquinas. Early drive for the Panthers. They would cough it up the ball, and the Blue Golds will recover. Aquinas, a ensuing drive, would stall as their offense would struggle all night. Jacob Salvadelli's pass is picked off by Malachi Anthos. He sprints and reaches through a tackle for the score. West Salem goes on to win 52-0.
After losing last week to West Salem, Holman looking for a bounce back as they travel to Toma. First quarter, Holman striking first. Jonah Johnson sends a 30-yard field goal through the uprights. Holman up 3-0. In the second quarter, quarterback Isaac Hanlon would keep it on the triple option. He makes it to the 10-yard line where he gets dragged down. However, very next play, Mitchell Torrid takes it right up the middle for 6. Torrid, 174 yards and 4 times reaching the end zone. All Holman 44-6. A big night for the number 1 in the state in Class 4A Winona Windhawks.
Not only is it homecoming for them, but they host number 3 in Class 5A Mankato West. Winner becomes the early season front runner to win the Big Southeast Blue District Championship. First quarter, third play of the game for Winona. Set up on the 4-yard line. Riley Bostetter powers his way in. 7-0 Windhawks. Mankato West looking to answer. Jack Foster looking end zone. Target Jaden Hatkin. Good for a touchdown. Winona would lead 17-7 at the break. Third quarter defense for both teams making some big plays. Malik Davis picks off Terrell Hall, and he will go down the sidelines untouched for the score. That's going to cut the Winona lead to 17-13. Later in the third, Scarlet's in the red zone with a chance to take the lead. The ball will be popped up and intercepted, then fumbled, recovered by Winona, and that will pay dividends because the fourth, Windhawks on 4th down up top to Dakota Matthews. He comes down with it, 28-yard touchdown, 24-13 Winona lead. Winona wins 38-13.
La Crescent searching for their first win of the season as they host Byron. Byron up 7-0 in the second when quarterback Mike Coble finds Keegan Kuhn for the score. It's 14-zip. Bears threatening again. This time it's Coble finds Justin Nipper who goes untouched. Bears up 21-0 and Byron defeats La Crescent tonight 42-zip. Number 1 ranked in Class 1A Rushford-Peterson hosting WABASHA-KELLOGG. First play of the game, opening kickoff, and it's received by Trojan senior Jake Paulson. He's going to evade some tackles and end up taking this one 70 yards all the way to the end zone. It takes all but 14 seconds to make it 7-0. Later on, Falcons looking to even the score. Handoff to Jamie Hewitt. Looks like a touchdown, but a touchdown-saving tackle by Ethan Hermanson. That was big. They didn't let them in the end zone all night long. Rushford-Peterson wins 21-0.
Houston up to number 3 in the state 9-man rankings on the road at MABEL-CANTON. 8-0 game in the second half. This 2-yard run by Joey Fischel puts the Hurricanes up by 14. Later in the half, Houston added again. Pass to senior Cody Carpenter. Now the Hurricanes have a dominating 3-touchdown lead. MABEL-CANTON looking to get their first points of the game. This nearly 30-yard pass to Caden Stowen gets them into Houston territory. However, they would not be able to make the comeback. Houston wins 38-6. More Minnesota top-ranked Caledonia behind 5 Owen King touchdowns win 39-6. How many times have you heard that? Number 2 in the state, Spring Grove wins 53-7, and Cotter falls to Blooming Prairie.
We call it just another day in the office for him. We're calling a quick timeout. COULEE, Scenic Bluffs, Daryland, and Ridge and Valley all coming up next.
Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. GET is averaging per game over 350 yards and 44 points.
Yeah, the 5-0 Redhawks outscoring their opponents 93-0 in the first quarter. They're quick to set the tone for their ball games this year. Can conference foe Westby slow down what has so far been an unstoppable GET squad? This is not the start they're looking for to accomplish that. Redhawks march down the field on their first possession, and less than 3 minutes into the game, it's capped off by a Dylan Johnson run from about 20 yards out. Norseman forced to punt on their first drive. GET continues that offensive dominance. Again, it's Johnson taking the ball and running, getting into the corner of the end zone. Redhawks running away with this one quick early in the second quarter. This time it's Bryce Burns getting into the open for the score. They're not allowing Westby on the scoreboard at all in this one. GET wins 61-0.
Arcadia looking to join GET at 2-0 in COULEE play as they host VIROQUA. In the third quarter, Arcadia leading 6-0. VIROQUA looking to punt. It is muffed by Arcadia's Taylor Clark. Blackhawks recover inside the Raiders' 20. But on 4th and 12, Arcadia sophomore Chase Patzner comes up with a huge stop. Raiders take over on downs late in the third. Arcadia quarterback Brennan Ska rolls right and drops a dime to Jacob Sansala near midfield. That sets up the dagger. Ska once again rolls to the flat and finds Greg Whalen for a 51-yard touchdown. Raiders go up 12-0 after the failed 2-point conversion. That would be the final. Arcadia wins 12-0, and it's all Black River Falls against Luther, 47-0. Big SWC matchup, 5-0 Prairie du Chien at 5-0 Platteville, and it's PDC who wins 21-14.
Undefeated Bangor going on the road this evening at NECEDAH. First quarter, Bangor strikes first as Theo Mullenberg takes the 1-yard rush up the middle. Extra point is good. Touchdown. Following a NECEDAH interception, Drew Johnson fakes the handoff, and he floats one over the defender's head to Kate Amborn for the touchdown. It's 14-0. 2 possessions later, Cardinals, Luke Reeder on the carry. He bounces it outside, makes a couple defenders miss, and he's off to the races. It takes just 2 minutes, 57 seconds for the Cardinals to put up 27 points. Bangor ends up cruising to a victory tonight, 66-0. Brookwood also still undefeated in the Scenic Bluffs, a tough test on the road at New Lisbon. Second quarter, New Lisbon backed up inside their own 5. A high snap gets by the quarterback. A safety awarded to Brookwood. They're up 8-0. Next possession then for Brookwood following that safety. A short screen pass to Connor Schuler turns into big-time yards. He bulldozes his way through defenders, takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line before he's taken down. And that would set up this rush by Ben DeWitt, who takes it outside and lowers his shoulder. 14-0 Brookwood, and Brookwood ends up winning by a final score of 32-12.
Down to 2 teams still undefeated in the Daryland. Independence Gilmanton is one of them. They host Whitehall. In the first quarter, Independence Gilmanton driving down the field. They face a 4th and goal at 13. Quarterback Ian Pfaff lost one to the corner of the end zone for Isaac Pape, who can't haul it in. Norris defense holds. Whitehall would threaten as Parker Winju finds receiver Mitchell Thompson down the sideline. Huge gain. He would lose the fumble, but he'd be ruled down. Still scoreless nearing the end of the third. Hunter Fredrickson scores from 35 yards out. Indies take a 7-0 lead. Independence Gilmanton wins 34-0. Melrose Mindoro looking to move to 3-0 in Daryland play, hosting Augusta Mustangs up by 4 touchdowns at half. They get that clock running thanks to incredible effort by senior Jeremy Anderson. Melman up 35.
Nice little spin move.
And they'll keep on scoring. Patrick Corcoran grabs the quick pitch and follows his blockers to the corner for a score. This one ends 49-0.
We make one Ridge and Valley stop this evening as DeSoto takes on Riverdale over at VIROQUA. No score. DeSoto quarterback Evan Overby finds Brock Venner out of the backfield for a little pass. Venner, he takes it 49 yards. Nothing little about that, and that sets up the following play. Trevor Ribon from 12 yards out takes it in for the score. Pirates up 8-0 in the second quarter, and DeSoto goes on to win 22-0. When the News 8 Highlight Zone returns, the Brewers continue their big weekend series against the Cubs. Welcome back to the News 8 Highlight Zone. It's time for our play of the night.
We go back to the battle for the Arc. Johnny Davis deep to Greg Kohler, 37 yards to take the lead. Central will go on to win that Arc.
Got nothing going on tomorrow. Go out, support the UWL Eagles. They host Carroll over at 3 p.m.